Hey, what's going on, coaches? It's your coach, Scotty Hobbs. I'm here to talk to you guys about what I believe is one of the biggest and most important things about your journey as an entrepreneur, building your business from home. So, with that being said, what I want to talk to you guys about is your why. You know, many of you guys may have heard this. When you're a brand new coach, you get your, in the coach training materials, there's the business quick start. It has you fill out your why. Basically what this is what is your reason for being a coach? Why are you going to do this? Because I could tell you firsthand, in building a business and making that shift from a employee mindset into an entrepreneur mindset, is you've got to have that why power, that thing that drives you. Willpower will not be enough to be able to pull you through the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys an analogy so you guys can think about. So let's say I offer you $20 to walk across a 20-foot long, let's say it's a 20-foot long 2x4 plank piece of board, and I just set it on the ground 20-foot long, and I say I'll give you $20 if you walk across that 2x4. Obviously you're going to take that $20 and you're going to walk right across that 2x4. Let's change the scenario just a little bit. Let's say now I put that 2x4 and I stretch it across two buildings that are 100 foot tall. And now there's this 100-foot drop, and I say, hey, I will give you $20 if you will walk across that 2x4 to the other side of that building. You guys obviously would say, no way, that's not for me, I'm not gonna do that. And so what I'm gonna teach you guys about this concept is, I can tell you one thing. If you, and most of you guys most likely are parents, if you're not, you will be in the future, we're going to change the scenario. Now let's say, and the reason is because it's just not worth it, right? $20 is not worth it to walk across that risk and that chance of falling to your death, we'll say. So now let's say we're on top of this building. There's a 2x4 that stretches across from this building to the next building, 100 foot up, and your child is standing on the other side. And that building is in flames. The building's burning, and your child will perish if you do not cross that board. Will you now cross that board? Yes. And that is what a why power is. It's something deeper and emotionally connected that will force you to do something that you would not do otherwise in another instance. So as you go forward in this business and changing your mindset from being a employee to being an entrepreneur, is you've got to find that reason for you to go through the hardships, and I wouldn't necessarily say hardships, go through the mundane daily activities of building a business, those daily activities that you don't get paid for in the moment, but that will pay you in the future as you stay consistent in building them. So what's going to be that thing that makes you do that every single day? Like this analogy of the board. And so what I need you guys to do is to really identify what that is for you. You will not cross that board for any amount of money. You will only do that for something that's deep and emotional connected to you. So think about what it is. Is it because you, like for me, for instance, the why power for me that pulled me through making those disciplined choices to stay consistent in building my business every single night, even though I wanted to do other things. The other things were more appealing and more fun. The thing is that I was in so much pain of knowing that I had worked 5 years with my wife working evenings, and we didn't see each other during the day. And so I was willing to cross that board to bring her home from work, so that the only time that I saw her was not just going to sneak over there for 5 minutes and say hi at the front desk of the hotel before her manager or boss came out and she got in trouble for that. So that is why I was willing to do that every single day for that first year, to build our business to a 6-figure income with Team Beachbody. So what is it for you? Is it to bring your spouse home? Is your spouse in the military and you don't want him to take another, to sign on for another few years? Or is it, do you want to help take care of your parents? Do you have a sick family member that you want to be able to provide for? Do you want to have your parents worked year after year after year after year and raise you to be the person that you are today, and you want to give back to them and help them feel financially secure and enjoy the end of their life? What is it for you? Do you want to see more of your children? Do you want to have the opportunity to be more present in your children's life and completely own 100% your time, so you don't have to ask somebody if you can go to your daughter's activity at school or to volunteer to go do something with your child's class? What is it that is going to be that emotional driving force for you? That is your why. Until you find that, you will not stay disciplined in the daily activity that will help you become a successful entrepreneur. So that's always going to shift from one thing to the next. So identify what that is for you. If you don't know what that is, one of my biggest tips I can give you is really find out what is it that you're afraid of. When you go to sleep at night, what are you anxious about? And I'm not talking about a new coach saying, oh, I'm anxious if I'm going to make it or not in this business, or if I'm going to be able to learn everything. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about prior to you even knowing about Beachbody. What is it that you are afraid of? What did you lay in bed and you thought about? For me, I was scared to know how I was ever going to be able to retire with the income that I had, with my wife working and living paycheck to paycheck. I was afraid of that debt of the mortgage, knowing how to pay that and be able to get out of that and be more financially free. I was afraid of, with my 3 daughters at the time, how am I going to pay for weddings when I can hardly keep up right now? How am I going to put my son in help him go out and serve a mission? How am I going to help these kids get into the college and the school that they want? Because I'm at work 12 hours a day, how am I going to be a great influence to them? So really think about those things that you're afraid of, that you're scared of, and that you can't sleep at night about. That is your why. That's the thing you have to identify. So I want you to, as you finish this video, I want you to sit down, write out the things that you're afraid of, write out the things that you've always wanted to do, that you want to do in your life, that you dreamed about when you were younger, both those things that are positive, both those things that scare the crap out of you. I want you to write those down, and that is your why. Get solid in that. And that is why you are building this business. When you can get that, you can clearly and more definitely define and share your message with people on, hey, this is how P90X, or this is how Body Beast helped me. I'm more confident. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I found out and I realized that if I help enough people get in shape like me, I can bring my wife home from work. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm up late at night tonight asking you if you want to be a part of my challenge group, because I want to help you get those results and lose those 35 pounds you want to lose. But I also want to bring my wife home from work, and that's why I'm willing to help you and be your support and your shoulder to lean on as you go through this program. So that, guys, is going to help you clearly define your message and understand why you're doing this, and help you pull you through the mundane, simple, easy things to do every single day. I have one of my one-star diamond coaches, Jenny Haushin. She put it clearly at our team retreat last year. It's those simple daily things, those messages, those building of relations, those things you do behind the scenes that nobody sees as a coach. They're unsexy, they're not super fun, but they're not hard either. So the why is going to be the thing that helps you be able to make it through and do those daily mundane activities that will compound and bring you success. So get clear on your why, and when you're clear on your why, you're going to be more disciplined in your activity. I love you guys. Get clear on that why, get clear on your goals, and the rest is so simple. Don't get in your own way. Love you guys. See you later.